Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
There might be some rain coming through. We expect rain soon. Rain is close. The session has been declared wet. No sign of this rain stopping. Rain is clearing up. Rain should be gone for now. Nothing but sunshine all day.
In the heart of the Ardennes, where the mist clings to the trees and legends echo through the forest, there lies a ribbon of tarmac that has tested the brave for nearly a century. Spa-Francorchamps, where speed meets soul, and every corner holds a story. Today, that story is written not by prototypes or GT Titans, by the purest form of racing passion, the Mazda MX-5. Featherweight, feisty, fiercely competitive. The Apexis Racing League, they've come to Spa not for a parade, but for a battle. 2 heats. 20 minutes each, No pit stops, no second chances, just wheel-to-wheel warfare through Eau Rouge, Blanchiment, and the bus stop. Here the draft is a weapon, the curve's a gamble, and the margin for error measured in millimeters. From the source to stave lot, every apex matters, every move is a statement, and when the checkered flag falls, only the bold will rise. Welcome to the Ardennes Awakening, and welcome to week 7 of Apex this Sunday Mazda's action. That's right, we're in Spa. This ought to be a hell of a race here tonight. We got 35 cars in session currently, just finishing up practice before they get into qualifying. Let's take a look at the conditions we're going to have here this evening. You see the broadcast team flying solo here this week. No Adam Gladfalter. He'll be back on Friday and Saturday doing some rookie class racing, broadcasting ARCA and Truck Series. So just myself, Track Cams 22, bringing you the camera action here again this week as usual. So here we go. Let's take a look at the weather conditions. Looks like it's a little hazy out there. 66 degree air temp, 19 degrees Celsius, depending which way you want to turn your calculator. 88 degree track temps, 31 degrees Celsius. Overcast. I believe there is no forecast of rain though, although the humidity level is sitting at 94%. That explains exactly why we're seeing a little bit of a haze and fog out on the track this evening. Again, 20-minute races, two 20-minute two 20-minute heats here. Same format we run week in, week out. Again, this is week 7 of 12. So starting to head into the tail end of the season. Drop weeks starting to take effect in the points. We'll take a look at those a little bit later on. But this week we're at Circuit Spa. Next week we're going to head to Suzuka International Raceway. Not sure which layout we're running, if we're doing the full Suzuka layout or if we're doing either the east or west layout at Suzuka, but should be an interesting one. I don't think the league's been there in a number of seasons, so looking forward to that one. Suzuka is generally one of the more popular tracks on the service, as well as a Spa where we've been here this evening. Actually, this whole season has been a real list of tracks that are on the high end of iRacing drivers' preferences. But into qualifying here now. On board here with Sean Kapinski. Kapinski, a newer driver to the league this season. We love seeing that. Again, if you're interested in joining the league, you can find the Discord information in the video description. They're always recruiting, always looking for more drivers. They're looking for clean, fun racing. They race 3 times a week. Mazda's on Sundays this season, GT4s on Tuesday, and then kind of switches back and forth between Fridays and Saturdays for the fun races. Sometimes it's IndyCar, sometimes it could be any which car track combo you can think of. They're just fun drop-in races. I believe even jumpy trucks can be seen out there certain weeks. So we pop on board here with Chase Stempfly. Chase shared his camera here this evening with us, so we'll go on board with Chase rocking the camera in the DuPont paint scheme here this week. The old Jeff Gordon throwback paint scheme. Love seeing that. Welcome back in, Chase. We haven't seen him for a couple weeks, so good to see him back. We've got another camera car too as well. I believe that is Stan Himmons if he's on track. There he is. Stan out on track in his Sky Lounge Racing Mazda. Good to see him back again. Stan kind of in around the top end of the point standing due to work commitments. Hasn't been able to join us week in, week out. So kind of trying to take advantage of the weeks he's here. But good to see Stan back. We've got a lot of the usual suspects here with Ozik Sulu, Michael Brock. We've seen him a number of times this season. Another new driver joining the league this season. Love to see that. Corey Mitchell. You see Corey out here again with his Racer Nexus paint theme. We love seeing that, although it hasn't brought Corey all that much luck so far this season, but we'll see. Hopefully it can turn things around for Corey as the season goes on here. So we're hoping for big things from Corey Mitchell. But let's pop up the picture-in-picture as we pick up Ken Kruger on the bottom screen, the head and min of the league. Currently putting in his lap time too, as well as we pop back to Mark Miller now. Mark, another one of the usual drivers we see here in week in, week out Apex this. So we love seeing the regulars, love seeing new drivers on track too as well. John Cooper strong season so far for John Cooper in the pro category. Got himself right up at the sharp, pointy end of the field for John. Great showing. He's had some rough seasons the last couple of seasons where he's getting involved in a lot of incidents. Has had the pace week in, week out, but hasn't been able to put the finishes together in seasons past. Right now, looking well for John. I hope I didn't just give him the announcer's curse of death here, though. Joshua Smith, another new driver recently to the league, not this season, but the season prior. He's been a competitor here, a real force in the AM side. We call them the mid-pack Larrys. Joshua's been battling with Kent Kruger week in, week out at the top of that class, as well as Aaron Sunday. Those three drivers have been swapping back and forth week in, week out, who's been leading the championship. So I'm interested to see who prevails here at Spa as we go on board here with Aaron Sunday right now in the Our House No Drama Racing Machine. He's coming into the final chicane now, also sometimes called the bus stop. Still waiting for times to come in. The Mazdas, they take a little bit of extra time here around Spa to get around. I think we're going to see some laps somewhere around the 2:45 range. I believe I didn't get a chance to take a look, see what lap times they're running in qualifying, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. But it's going to take them a little while to get those first laps in, as we're still waiting for some drivers to come in and put that time on the board. Tony Wallace, new name this season here. Tony, one of the MAV Motorsports cars. Familiar with that team from broadcasting the production car challenge races on Monday evenings. We will no longer be covering that, unfortunately, as we've picked, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but fortunately, we've picked up a jumpy truck league that'll be firing up tomorrow night. So production car challenge out the door, special stage jumpy trucks in the door. That one's going to be a heck of a blast. So if you're interested in watching some off-road dirt trucks, tune in tomorrow night for special stage jumpy truck action at Wild West. They're recruiting too as well. If you're into jumpy truck action, you can find that video set up in the channel too as well. The description, or the Discord link for them, is in that video description as well. Oh, as you see Wallace getting a little loose through Lacombe, gets it gathered up. In motocross side of things, we would call that a tank slapper. So nice save there for Tony Wallace. So we're still waiting for our first couple laps to come in. There they are. They're coming up on the board here now. So let's pop up the timing and scoring. As you see Chase Stempfley up top. Top spot just ahead of Michael Chase. Kelly Greenhoe in third place. Lincoln Olsen currently rounding out the top four. DJ Allison Drini in fifth. It's not often we see DJ not sitting himself up on pole, so we'll see if he's able to hop up there in a little bit. He's got some work to do, though. So we're seeing a number of laps coming in. Roman Bykoff, driver who has been around the league for years and years now. Always driving that Coors Lightning paint theme, although he's changed it up this season. Usually the silver, kind of chromish paint scheme for the silver bullet machine. He's gone old school with the blue, white, and red. Bykoff currently sitting in 18th place. So if you're wondering what the colors are on the car numbers on the left side of the screen, that denotes our AM and pro classes. So the green teal color, that's our going pro drivers. The purple, those are our mid-pack Larrys, also known as our AM drivers. So that denotes the two different classes there, and they do get points based on where they finish in class. Some other leagues, points are doled out based on where you finish in the overall position. Not here, it's where you finish in your class. So there's no need to battle with a driver in another class because it's not going to affect your points total. Although we've seen our drivers are open to battle with the opposite classes, there's no rule where they have to give way. So it does lend itself to a little bit of argy-bargy sometimes. As Kelly Greenhoe going to come around to finish up his second lap here. So pull back up the picture-in-picture as we're on board with DJ Alessandrini in the bottom. DJ currently out there trying to put in his second lap. Kelly going to come across with a 2:49.5. Oh, actually looks like he's going to bail on that one. Kelly going to go back to the pits. So rough start for him right now. He's going to try and hold on to third place. Joshua Soto, last week's second place finisher, Joshua had missed a couple weeks, came back strong at Sonoma last week, was battling with DJ Alessandrini right down to the very end. Stuck on his rear bumper for the most part of Heat 1 and Heat 2. So we'll see what Joshua can offer here this week. Currently sitting in 6th place overall as well as in class. Let's go back a little farther in the field here. Let's see. Let's go back with Kent Kruger, see how Kent's doing. Is Kent heading into the final corner here now? Currently sitting in on no time registered yet for Kent. So let's see what his first time is on the board here. It's Kent Kruger across the line. He's going to put in a 250.6. It's going to move him into top spot in AM, just ahead of fellow admin Corey Mitchell. So no doubt Corey not going to be all that impressed to see that. He was probably feeling like he was sitting very pretty up there. Tom O'Gorman, another driver we see occasionally here. We see him battle with DJ Alessandrini, but right now O'Gorman kind of mired back mid-pack right now, 14th place. Maybe looking to improve on that, but time starting to run out here on these drivers with only about 45 seconds left to go in qualifying. 10-minute qualifying hard cut, so we're not going to see another lap here from O'Gorman, as unfortunately for him, he's only heading up the Kemmel Straight. On board with DJ, he's got himself up into 4th place. That's second row starting position for him right now. Brian's in, Michael Chase and Chase Stepfley up ahead. DJ got some work set out for him this evening. Michael Brock in 6th place. I believe Michael had a rough race last week at Sonoma, if I remember correctly. He'll be looking to improve. He had started up at the sharp end of the field, but I think he got wrapped up in a couple incidents. Unfortunately, it didn't end the way he was hoping, but that's going to do it for qualifying. We'll give timing and scoring a second here to reset, and then we'll have a look at how the field's going to grid up here this evening. All right, there we go. Chase Stempfley, top spot, just ahead of Michael Chase. Stan Hammonds and Brian Zinn going to start in P3 and P4 in row 2. Oh, look at Stan jumped up there at the last second to take away that spot from DJ Alessandrini, moving back to the 3rd row. He'll have Kelly Greenhoe to his outside, Michael Brock and Lincoln Olson in behind them, Roman Bykoff and Mark Miller in 9th and 10th, with Joshua Soto in 11th with Oz Xulu. So nice qualifying there by Joshua Soto and Oz Xulu. And in row 7, we're going to find Brian Lemke and Kevin Zhu. Tom O'Gorman and Michael Schmidt in 15th and 16th. Jonathan Cooper and Joseph Marr in 17th and 18th. And in row 10, 19th and 20th place goes Sean Gapinski and Spencer Bodway. Kent Kruger, our top AM driver, in 21st. Corey Mitchell in 22nd. Michael Tangretti in 23rd with David Sockrider in 24th position. Kyle Mavis in 25th with Joshua Smith in 26th. Rick Mogstag in 27th with Tony Wallace in 28th place. 29th goes to Uwe Hale with Ryan Chase rounding out the top 30 drivers. Paul Darling in 31st. Joseph Yang in 32nd. Aaron Sunday 33rd. Carrick Ball in 34th. Austin Britton and Michael Vincula going to round out the 36 car grid here at Spa for Apex Mazdas. So should be a ton of fun here. We're just going to quickly add in, who was that? Paul Darling, who showed up just before things got going here for qualifying. So we get Paul into his correct class. We're just waiting for a couple more cars to grid up here. While we do that, let's take a look at our championship points coming into this one. Start off with our Going Pro drivers. Jonathan Cooper comes in leading the way, 4 points ahead of Kelly Greenhoe. Brian Zinn just another 14 points back in 3rd place. Lemke and Bykoff tied for 4th, rounding out your top 5. In the mid-pack Larry, also known as our AM side of things, Joshua Smith leading the way, 4 points ahead of Aaron Sunday. Sunday is another 19 points up on Kent Kruger. So a bit of a gap opening up there at the top of the AM side of things with Uwe Hale in 4th, Corey Mitchell falling a little ways back in the AM side of things. Corey did not have the race that he was hoping for last week at Sonoma. He'll be looking to improve on that. But the field heading around through the back half of the track here. as they head in through Bois-Chamont. We're getting underway in a matter of moments here. So we're going to bring up the picture-on-picture here in a moment. So we'll be focusing on the leaders up front. We'll have Chase Stempfli and Michael Chase up front. And then the in-screen, we'll have our top AM drivers, Kent Kruger and Corey Mitchell, starting about mid-pack there. So should be interesting here. 36 Mazdas heading into Eau Rouge for the first time. These cars a hell of a lot narrower than GTPs and GT3 machines, so should be interesting. They should make it through. They're relatively clean compared to any GT races you might have seen where it could be a whole lot of hectic action, but it should be a ton of fun. So again, 20-minute heat race, and we'll reset the top 4. For race 1, we'll invert for race number 2, so 4th place will start on pole, 3rd on 2nd, and then vice versa for the winners of heat 1. Again, this is a go on green league. It's not go on the leaders. They have to wait for the green flag. There it is. Green is out, and we are underway. Stempfli and Chase going to lead them into turn 1. Hammond's right there too as well. Alessandrini, strong bump draft on the inside. Hammond's pushing Stempfli into the first corner they go. Stempfli going to hold on to top spot. He's going to make the move around. Hammond's trying to go with him. As we have a look in the mid-pack in the back, looks like a fairly clean start through turn 1. Nice to see. We'll see if the field can keep that up through Radian Eau Rouge and down the Kemmel Straight. As we see Kelly Greenhoe trying to go 2x2 in the background there. So he's going to get around Lincoln Olsen. Alessandrini falling back. Oh no, we got someone around. I think that's Lincoln Olsen around into the wall as the field goes flying by. Oh man, we got more cars going off. Oh, the back half of the pack just could not make it through there without getting involved in any kind of carnage. We'll see you pick up a replay of that in a matter of moments. But up front, Stempfli and Zinn leading the way. Michael Chase falling back to 3rd place, although he and Zinn continue to jockey back and forth. Oh, Zinn's going to get turned around. He's trying to hold on to it. Zinn into the wall. Oh, he's losing a ton of spots there. Oh, we got more cars into the wall. Ryan Chase around. Oh man, it's all kicking off. Joseph Maurer involved too as well. I spoke too soon. I thought it was such a clean start, but things going awry very quickly here. Man. So we'll bring up picture-in-picture. We got our leaders on the bottom there. Let's quickly go back and see if we can review some of this carnage that kicked off to start. So it looks like Lincoln Olsen might have been the first one here. Let's see what happened to him. So he's heading up Eau Rouge. Oh, just got loose. I thought maybe there was a little bit of contact there, but no, just got loose. And then a number of cars got through, and then it's like a little bit of contact there, possibly between Joshua Smith and Paul Darling. A little farther back here, he's going on board here with Joshua Smith, the black car. I believe that might be Paul Darling, the yellow and black on the outside. Oh, just a little bit of neck over there as they tried to avoid Olsen off of the side. But around they went. And then things kicked off a little farther back after that with Brian Zinn. Zinn battling with Michael Chase. They're going to get a little argy-bargy here up on the top. Zinn gets loose. The rest of the field's going to come through here. It doesn't look like anybody hit Zinn. Looks like Joseph Maurer, I don't know if he just went off on his own or he got some help. Let's see here. So go on board with Joseph Maurer trying to make the move around Osik Sulu. Oh, just a matter of too many cars, nowhere to go. And he's going to spin off. That looks like the majority of the contact and incidents from lap number 1 as we go back live. Chase Stempfli still leading the way. Michael Chase in tow. Alessandrini right there too as well. Hammond's got himself into 4th place. Joshua Soto, nice run for him, up 6 spots right now. Let's go on board here with Soto. He's well within the draft of Hammond. He's going to have a 4-car draft here heading down the Kemmel Straight. We see he's able to make a move. Fortunately for him, all those drivers up ahead have the same draft. They're fanning out. Chase trying to go around the outside. Stempfli going to have to go defensive. It's like Alessandrini trying to make the move too as well. He's not going to be able to do it, although Michael Chase is going to get around Stempfli up into top spot. Let's drop back a little farther in the field here. Brian Lemke, as we've got Michael Brock slow on the inside. Not sure if he's serving a slowdown there, but he is losing a ton of positions right now for Michael Brock. Corey Mitchell going to try and get by him. Looks like that's where the bleeding's going to stop for Michael Brock, so no doubt serving a slowdown. It's going to fall back 7 spots just in front of Corey Mitchell. See if Mitchell able to find a way around him, but a train of cars, that's about 25 cars deep, still lined up nose to tail here. We have JS42183 in chat. Not a huge fan of multiple screens. Well, I don't know who isn't a fan of multiple screens. Doesn't like seeing action everywhere and anywhere. I'm going to say you're probably in the minority on that. Corey Mitchell. He's got Tony Wallace up ahead of him. Michael Brock quickly got 1 spot back there. Tony Wallace, new driver in this league for this race. Tony up 13 spots early on, so he is moving and shaking. Keep an eye on him to see how he works himself out here. But up front, Michael Chase still leading the way as they're heading around through Blanchemont. We'll see if Stempfli, Alessandrini, or Hammond's going to run here to make a move into the bus stop. 4 cars starting to break away. Soto and Miller trying to hold on to the back end of this pack. Stempfli going to move around the outside. Alessandrini trying to go with them. Alessandrini's going to have the inside line. He's going to get that spot too as well. Hammond's trying to go up the inside. Michael Chase possibly losing 4 spots in 2 corners here. He's going to try and fight back on the inside between Hammond's. Hammond's unable to make that move stick, but he's going to try and find the way around here. Into turn 1 they go. Stempfli taking a wide line, really arcing late apex in turn 1. Chase able to open up a couple car lengths over Alessandrini here. 7/10 out of turn 1. What a massive exit. There might be something there to that real late apex through turn 1 for Chase Stempfli. Keep an eye here, see what kind of run Alessandrini getting. He's getting a push from Michael Chase right now. See there, Michael Chase bump drafting Alessandrini down the Kemmel Straight. See how quickly they can reel in Stempfli up ahead. These Mazdas open up a huge hole in the air. Stempfli going defensive. Alessandrini trying to look to the inside. If he can stay door by door with Stempfli of the inside into the next corner, he's trying to. Stempfli getting the better run though. Can he close off Alessandrini before Ravage? He does. He's going to hold on to that spot. Nicely done. Michael Chase looking up on the outside now too as well. Hammond's right there. Soto as well. Miller. Look at the battle up front here. Who could ask for anything better in Mazda racing than this right now? Door-to-door action, bumper to bumper. Josh Soto trying to move up the inside of Stan Hammond's right now. So we'll go on board here with Soto. Hammond's looking to the outside, trying to defend off that move from Soto. You hear them having to breathe the throttle. Can't really get back into the full throttle there. You don't want to bleed out wide into the car on the outside. It's like Bykoff now picked up on the back of this pack. Ozzik Sulu and Jonathan Cooper trying to get involved too as well. They're just off the tail end of this pack. Cooper came into this race leading the Pro Class Championship. Ozzik Sulu promoted up into Pro this season. He's trying to show he belongs there. Spencer Bodway right in behind too as well. Michael Brock trying to work back after that, serving that slowdown. He's back into 14th place. So he's bringing Tony Wallace and Corey Mitchell as well, with him. Corey the top ranked, or top AM driver right now. Is it David Sockrider not too far back of him? Back up front, Alessandrini pushing hard on the rear bumper of Stempfli as they head in through Blanchemont into the bus stop again. They're going to fan out 3 wide here. This probably ain't going to end all that happily for all these drivers if it maintains this way. Into the bus stop they go. Somehow all 10 of these cars getting through there. You gotta love it. So on board here with Soto getting a bump draft from Chase. As he moves Joshua Soto up 8 spots now into P3. Got himself final step on the podium as Tom O'Gorman out of nowhere looking up the inside of Michael Chase. He's moved up 10 spots too as well. He's got Hammonds in behind. Hammond's going to give him a bump draft as they head into Eau Rouge. It's like Stempfli and Alessandrini starting to work together to pull away from the pack. They've opened up about 7/10 now over Joshua Soto in third place. Oh, sorry, I should probably kick up the standings there. There we go. Apologies for that. Down the back, or front straight they go. Kemmel straight, 2x2. Stempfli and Alessandrini work together. The bump draft, Soto and Chase working together now. Oh, Hammonds with a big send to the back end. Almost takes out Michael Chase. Tom O'Gorman having to defend from Brian Lemke. Lemke looking up the inside. That Sky Lounge machine, the number 41. He's got Mark Miller, Kelly Greenhoe in tow. Heck of a battle, but 3 wide here. Oh, man. Greenhoe and Cooper. Cooper looking to the inside. Greenhoe having to defend him. Cooper going to make that pass. That's 7 spots gained on the day for John Cooper. Well done for him. But the man so far of the day has been Chase Stempfli. He's led this one from the green. Hasn't looked back. He's managed to fend off any challenger. Fell back at a top spot for a lap or so. Regained that position. But hold on to it. Alessandrini trying to work with him here. They're trying to break away from the rest of the pack. Unable to do it right now. Let's have a look back here from Stempfli. See how far that pack of cars stretches all the way back to Kelly Greenhoe. 11th place Greenhoe on the back of this pack. 10 cars deep. The grid life machine of Alessandrini right there. Bump drafting Stempfli. Soto in tow. Top 5 cars starting to break away. They've opened up a bit of gap over Brian Lemke in 6th place. So you see Soto looking to the inside of Alessandrini. They're going to go 3 wide through Blanchimont. Alessandrini backs back out, tucks back in behind Stempfli. Try and give him a little bit of draft, fight off the advance by Soto, but Soto's already got that move made. He can close off Stempfli. He'll have the inside line into the bus stop. Here comes Michael Chase out of nowhere. They're going to go 3 wide, possibly 4 wide into the bus stop. Cooler heads prevail, though, back to double file. Stempfli's cycled back to 3rd place. Alessandrini to the outside. Stempfli going to have the inside line for into turn 1. See if he's able to keep that off. Alessandrini moves back to the outside. Hammond's trying to make a move on Michael Chase in the background. Lap 5. We're not running 99, by the way. It's a 20-minute race. We are about 8 minutes into this one, or 8 minutes left of this one. Up Eau Rouge they go, down the Kemmel Straight. Joshua Soto, first time out front for him this race. Up 10 positions on the day for Soto. Nice race for him right now. He's got a ton of cars in tow, though. They've dropped a couple off the back, but they're still all the way back to, I believe that is Tom O'Gorman, tail car on this pack. Soto leading the way. Stempfli sitting in 2nd place, our pole sitter. He's got Alessandrini tucked behind him. Hammond's back there too as well. Michael Chase going to go a little wide. Green and white car off into the kitty litter. We got some fanning out in behind. And it looks like Tom O'Gorman trying to make the move up the inside of Kelly Greenhoe. He's going to do it. It's going to get him up into 9th place. He's going to drop Greenhoe back to 10th. It's dash 4 positions on the day for Kelly Greenhoe. Not the way he was hoping this race was going to shape out for him. Soto leading the way. Status quo in behind him. Let's go back a little farther here. Jonathan Cooper, Michael Brock, Spencer Bodway battling it out. They're going 2x2 here into turn 13 and 14. Cooper trying to fend off the charge of Michael Brock. Brock trying to go the long way around the outside. Brock's picked back up 2 spots that he lost, having to serve that slowdown. Still can't find a way around Jonathan Cooper, though. Soto leading the way. Actually, he's breaking away from Stempfli and Alessandrini as they're battling in behind. He's going to need about a second, 1.2, 1.3 seconds though to be able to break away that draft. See, Hammond's now giving Stempfli the bump draft. So Chase Stempfli has had no problems finding takers to give him some drafting help here. Between Alessandrini, Hammonds, and I believe even Michael Chase, we've seen him getting a number of bumps. It's like all of our drivers are very willing to help out Stempfli. Soto top spot though as well, as they're fanning out in behind him, jockeying for positions in the draft. Stempfli going to hold on to second place. Alessandrini thought about making a move up underneath into La Source, backs out Chase though. Michael Chase going to look up the inside of Hammonds. Hammonds looked like he bailed out to the left. I'm not sure if he would have got a slowdown through there, but out of the draft right now for Stan Hammonds. He's going to get back into it as Alessandrini pulls back ahead of him, but maybe a little bit of strategy here for Hammonds. Back out of the draft, get that strong run down the Kemmel Straight. We'll see if he's able to make that move, but he's still a ways back. There's three cars up front drafting very nicely together as Alessandrini going to stick the nose out. So go on board with him. He's trying to make the pass on Joshua Soto. He's got a long side, but the car kind of stalled out here. Can Alessandrini make the pass stick? He's going to hold on to that spot. Alessandrini up into top position now. Not sure we've seen DJ up top yet, but he's there now. It's where we're used to seeing him. 4.5 minutes to go in this race. It's going to be about 3 laps, maybe 2 laps, depending when they cross the line. But getting down to the nitty gritty here for these racers. Alessandrini going to drift out a little wide. Soto unable to capitalize though. This 4 cars still tightly packed in behind. Lemke, a little bit of a gap between he and Hammonds. He's getting help though from Bykoff, the Coors Lightning machine. Michael Chase now has fallen back to 9th place. He's got Kelly Greenholm in behind him. We'll see if those two drivers can work together back up in that lead pack. They're still within draft range, picking up a little bit of draft off Michael Chase, or Mark Miller up ahead, sorry, that blue and white car. So back here, check on Corey Mitchell. He's our top AM driver. He's got Michael Schmidt in behind him and Ozzik Sulu. Those are both pro class drivers, but Kyle Mavis, our top AM driver, or second place AM driver, sorry, behind Corey. So Corey got about 2 cars of breathing space between them. We see Corey dropping the left rear off track. He's going to get loose. We got battles all the way back for this one. Kent Kruger battling with Aaron Sunny. Those are 2 of our top AM drivers in the points championship coming into this one. So no doubt Kent would love to get around Aaron Sunday to capitalize on some points, but they got another lap and a half maybe to do it. But up front, into the bus stop they go again. 2, thinking about 3 wide. Alessandrini pops back up front. Soto dives back into second. Stempfli right there too as well. Hammond's holding tight in the back. Lemke and Bykoff are there now. Tom O'Gorman pulling Mark Miller, Michael Chase, and Kelly Greenholm back up into this battle. Michael Brock now, don't look now, he's caught back up from the back of this pack. He's recouped 5 of those positions he's lost back into 9th place. Or sorry, 11th place for Michael Brock. See if he can work himself up a little bit farther as we head down the front straight. It's going to be the last lap here for our drivers. Alessandrini leading it. Up Eau Rouge, down Kemmel Straight they go. Hammond's looking to the inside. He's getting some help from Soto. Lemke there too as well. So they're going to have 4 cars to the inside. They're going to blast past Alessandrini and Stempfli on the inside here. Can Soto's going to pop out to close off a late braking move from Alessandrini. He's going to try and take the inside line on Hammonds. Hammonds having to go late on the brakes. Top spot now for Stan Hammonds. He's going board here with Hammonds, one of our camera cars. So he's battling it out with Soto on the inside. Soto trying to fight back. Is Hammonds going to be able to defend him off? He is. Chase Stempfli in behind now. Looking cool as a cucumber on camera. Man, does the guy have a pulse? He's right on the back of Alessandrini. Stempfli started on pole, cycle back to 5th place right now. See what he's got to offer here in the closing moments of this race. But Stan Hammonds up top now, where you want to be on the last lap. He's got Joshua Soto in tow. Lemke there too as well. Lemke, we haven't seen him up in the top 5. He was working with Hammonds and Soto that last run up Kemmel Straight. They got up to top spot. Well, actually, we might have one more lap here. These guys might get across the line before the timer ticks off. To keep an eye on it here. It's going to be real close. Hammonds leading the way. Soto there. Lemke, Alessandrini, Stempfli, Gorman, Bykoff, Chase. All the way back to Greenhoe. 9 cars in the top pack. Soto looking to the outside of Hammonds. Got himself just a nose ahead right now as they head towards Blanchemont. A little bit of damage on the front end of Hammonds. Going to hurt him in the clean air. Tucks back in behind Soto. Can he get the run into the bus stop to make the move? Soto going to the defensive. All 5 of those cars fanning out wide, trying to get a nice run. Alessandrini trying to get the run on the outside. Hammonds goes over to block him off. He's going to try and go around the outside of Soto. If he can stay side by side, he'll have the inside through the final corner. Oh, across the line, Alessandrini looking to the inside. Here we go. Dash down the front straight. Who's going to take it? Soto out front right now. Can he hold on to it? He is. He's going to hold in top spot. Last lap here. They cross the line with about 2 seconds to go. Josh Soto going to lead them across for the last time here. 9 cars in tow. Anybody can win this race. With the draft that's going to prevail, Soto getting a bit of a gap there. It's not going to bode well for him up the Kemmel Straight. Those 4 cars in behind going to get a run on him. So we have a look back here from Joshua Soto. Lemke right behind Hammonds and Alessandrini going side by side. Up through Oru, Stempfli in there too as well. Looks like he's going to tuck in behind Hammonds. Here comes the draft. Lemke coming. Which side's he going to go? Soto's going to stay defensive on the right side. Lemke going to look to the outside. Hammonds trying to go with him. Tom O'Gorman there. We haven't seen him up towards the sharp end of the field here. 2 by 2 they go. O'Gorman and Soto bumping a little bit. Stempfli in behind them, had to back out just a hair. Go on board here with Chase Stempfli. See that battle up ahead. Soto in the 07. Gorman in the 494. O'Gorman looks to the inside of Hammonds. Almost gets into him. Stempfli almost into the Soto. Oh, they're going to go door to door. Everybody stays on track. Nice driving there by everyone involved to keep out of trouble. Lemke top spot. Hammonds in second place. Tom O'Gorman, a little bit of damage on the front end of that car. Some war wounds here this evening for Tom O'Gorman. Top 3. Oh, we got somebody around. Rowan Bykoff around and into the wall just in front of Kelly Greenhoe. Fortunate ending there for Rowan Bykoff. Jonathan Cooper got involved as well. Our pro leader. It's unfortunate for him. Championship leader on the pro side. Lemke still up top. Hammonds and O'Gorman in tow. Soto, Alessandrini, and Stempfli falling back to 4th, 5th, and 6th right now. Lemke may not have been at the top all race, but he's got himself there now. One last charge. He's going to have to defend here into Blanchemont. He's got Hammonds in tow. A little bit of battling between O'Gorman and Soto in behind here. It's exactly what Hammonds and Lemke want to see. And through Blanchemont they go. What's going to prevail here? We're going to need a blimp can of this one. O'Gorman getting a run. Oh, he's going to try and dive up on the inside of Lemke. Hammonds there. He's going to take spot by. Oh, Lemke's going to get spun by O'Gorman. Hammonds up in the top spot. He's going wide out of the final corner. DJ Alessandrini. It's a drag race to the line. Hammond's going to hold on, but who's going to take second? Is it going to be O'Gorman? Is it going to be Alessandrini? Tom O'Gorman going to take second spot away from Alessandrini at the line. Well done by them. We've got battling in behind. Kent Kruger's going to spin Kyle Mavis into the final corner. Corey Mitchell, something happened to him at the last lap. He's fallen all the way back out of top spot in AM. To the line they go. Kent Kruger just ahead of Kyle Mavis. Uwe Hale and Ryan Chase battling into the final corner. Michael Schmidt there too as well. They're going to go 3 wide to the line. It's like Schmidt going to take that spot away from Chase and Hale. So we can take a quick look here at what happened there between Kent Kruger at the very end. I'm not sure if that car just came right over in front of Kent or what, but Can't see anything flagged here for a crash for some reason, but unfortunate there for that driver that spun right in front of Kent Kruger. It may have been Kyle Mavis here. Let's see here. It was Kyle Mavis. Keeping track of him, the Wonder Bread machine. Kruger goes to the outside, a 398 of Mavis. Oh, looks like he tried to move under braking over in front of Kruger. That's a no-no. That is a no-no. So we still got a few more cars to finish up this one. Joseph Mayer, Joshua Smith, some drivers unfortunately involved in lap 1 incidents here. Michael Brock, not sure what happened to him. He fell all the way back. Had that recovery run. Let's see quickly if I can pick up what happened to Michael Brock. Looks like he came back on track here. Let's see. This might have been what happened to Michael Brock here. Oh, he got wrapped up in something there. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's see. Let's take another look here. Brock was following Greeno. Oh, I think this was when Bykoff went off. Oh no, Mark Miller got spun ahead. Nowhere for Michael Brock to go. It's unfortunate for him. Let's see what happened to Mark Miller just in front of Michael Brock. Set that off. Oh, looks like Michael Chase just got into the right quarter of Mark Miller, spun him around. Unfortunately for Michael Brock, nowhere to go. So there we go. That's going to wrap up the heat number 1. Let's take a look at the final results. Top spot goes to Stan Hammond, just ahead of DJ Alessandrini and Joshua Soto. Chase Stempfli comes home in 4th place. Brian Lemke in 5th with Tony Wallace in 6th. Kelly Greenhoe, Spencer Bodway, Sean Gapinski, Michael Tangaretta in 10th. Ozzie Sulu in 11th. Kevin Zhu in 12th. Michael Schmidt in 13th. Tom O'Gorman in 14th. Michael Chase, John Cooper, Rick Mogstad, Joseph Marr, Lincoln Olson, and Rowan Bykoff round out your top 20 drivers. 21st goes to Michael Brock, Mark Miller in 22nd, Brian Zinn in 23rd, Paul Darling, Joseph Yang, and a number of drivers here in the, we'll just call it the used car parking lot here at the back end of the field. So we'll see if they can regroup, get back on track, and we'll hopefully see another nice clean race. But let's bring in here first our AM driver, Corey Mitchell. Corey, what happened? You were leading AM most of the race and then fell down there the last couple laps.
Yeah, I came around the corner after the backstretch there, and there was 2 cars parked 90 degrees to the track on the left. So of course I chose the open right, and they didn't hold their brakes. They started trying to drive off the track, and I ended up in the tires and broke the front right suspension.
That's unfortunate. How you feeling heading into race number 2? You looks like you had some good pace here in the AM class. You were right at the sharp end of that field most of the time, right in the middle of some battles. Actually, there's battles from top all the way back, so you couldn't really avoid any carnage. But how you feeling heading into race number 2?
Yeah, it seemed like I did okay there the first race. So I'm just going to try to survive lap 1 and then try to get in the draft and just see what we can do. See if I can get back up there to the MPLs. I decided to stay out and not repair the car. I had like a 7-second lead. And I was able to dwindle that down to, I think, 3 seconds at the finish and not have to pit. So hopefully that'll keep me a little bit closer to the rest of the pack, and maybe I can draft back up there.
Excellent stuff. Well, best of luck, Corey. We hope to see you have a little better luck this time.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
Yep.
That was Corey Mitchell. Let's bring in our race 1, heat 1 winner, Stan Hammond. Stanimal, you found yourself at the sharp end of the field when it mattered the most.
Oh boy, I tried to give it away there though in the last bus stop. I braked so late. I almost blew the bus stop all on my own because I thought I saw what ultimately ended up happening was that everybody was just going to pile in there and crash. So I was trying to be out ahead of it, but almost cut the corner entirely. So got lucky there. I didn't screw myself up too bad, but what a race, man. It was just constant change of position at the front, lots of drafting, lots of mind games, especially with like DJ and Michael Chase and I forget his name, escapes me, but in the Jeff Gordon car, like
Chase
we were Yeah, Chase. We were just constantly like faking each other out at the end of the Kimmel Straight. So we'd be headed down, and it would look like, the obvious choice was to do A, and then they would choose B. And I know I was doing the same thing, and we were all just faking each other out all race, and it was fun. That was hard work. I don't know how often you had my face cam on for that one, but I was probably looked like I was having a freaking seizure the whole race because I was working for it.
I didn't have much chance with the amount of action that was going on, but looks like it's gridding time there, buddy. So best of luck. Take care, and we'll see if you can repeat here.
Yeah, buddy. We'll talk to you in a bit.
That was race 1 winner Stan Hammonds. So as I mentioned, the cars are gridding up here. Top 4 will invert, so that's going to put Chase Stempfley, on pole with Joshua Soto to his outside. DJ Alessandrini and Stan Hammond's going to start in 3rd and 4th. And the rest of the field going to start where they finished. So Lemke, Wallace, Greenhoe, Bodway, Gapinski, Stockrider, Tanangretta, and Oxilu. Running out your top 20 drivers. Or 12, sorry. Zoo, Sunday, Kruger, Mitchell, Schmidt, Chase, Hale, O'Gorman, Chase, the other Chase. Man, we got three Chases here between Ryan Chase, Michael Chase, and Chase Stempfley in the race tonight. Kyle Mavis, John Cooper, Rick Mogstad in 23rd and 24th. In 25th place going to Joseph Marr, Joshua Smith, Olson, Bykoff, Venchula, Brock, Ball, Miller, Britton, Zinn, Darling, and Joseph Yang going to round out the 36-car grid field here this evening. So pace lap underway. We are getting ready to rock here. Joshua Soto and Chase Stempfley leading them around. But before we go green, let's give a little shout out here to our sponsors, Apex Sim Racing. You find yourself a 5% discount code in the description and use the referral link. Help yourself get a discount off. They offer wheels, button boxes, wheelbases, sim racing chassis, seats, even PC systems, everything you need to get going sim racing. And then our cameras provided by Track Cams for Gourmets, trackcam22.com. You can find them. They're linked to as well in the description. We thank them for their great camera action here this evening. So here we go, heat number 2. Another 20 minutes of action. All the heavy hitters now up at the front. Going to start right there. Qualifying position does not matter in this one. It's time to get after it and get going. See here now, Stempfley was our pole sitter in race 1. Going to start outside pole here for race number 2. As our front row right up on the back end of the pace car. Pace car going to tuck into the pits, and we're getting right here for another 20 minutes of action. All right, buckle in. If it's anything like race number 1, we are in for a treat. They're fanning out 4-5 wide already into turn 1. This is not going to bode well at all. Bring out the picture-in-picture. We got mid-pack focus on the back there with Corey Mitchell into turn 1. The leaders are away. I'm hearing some bumping and grinding in behind. Again, looks like most of the field getting through turn 1 okay. It's going to be a matter of whether they can continue on through the rest of turn 1. It's going to be a challenge. We'll keep our eyes out here, but Joshua Soto up to a nice lead up front. Hammond's got himself up into 2nd place. Stempfley right there in tow. Hammond's going to look to the outside right now so he can make that move. He's getting some help from Stempfley. Stempfley on the back bumper of Hammond's. They're going to fan out 3-4 wide. Alessandrini trying to make the move around Soto. Looks like a much cleaner start here for the rest of the field, so well done. Hammond's back up top. Heat 1 winner back up top of the race. Alessandrini looking to the inside of Stempfley. Stempfley going to have the outside line. Forward in the next corner. Alessandrini going to finish off that pass. He'll close off Stempfley here now. Soto, Lemke in tow. Spencer Bodway, we haven't seen him up this far at the sharp end of the field. Got himself up 1 position right now, just ahead of Osik Silu and in behind Brian Lemke. Oh, we got Tom O'Gorman. Not sure if that was a connection issue or not, but he has disconnected out of the race here. Oh no, he's just still there. No, he's not. O'Gorman, rough start for him. Hammonds, though, breaking away half a second over Alessandrini. Alessandrini trying to chase him back in right now. He has Stempfley in tow. having a look here through the records. Looks like there was a little bit of carnage a little farther back in the field. We'll give it a lap or so, and then we'll take a look at what happened here on lap number 1. It's Chase Stempfli trying to get himself back up top of the standings. Again, let's take a look in here at Chase. Again, cool as a cucumber here. You think the guy wasn't even driving right now. He looks like he's just sitting there at a traffic light waiting to go. But to try and chase down Alessandrini, and Hammond's up ahead. He has Tony Wallace in tow. Tony Wallace, driver started at the tail end of the field for heat number 1. He's worked his way up through. See how far Wallace can move up through. He's got Alessandrini and Stempfli on the inside. Hammond's going to bail off to the right side here. So he's kind of letting Stempfli and Alessandrini through. He's going to move back into 4th place potentially here and tuck into the draft. All right, we get a little break in the action here. Let's see what happened in lap 1 to kick things off with Ryan Chase. Ooh, man. Oh, wow. Ooh, I don't know who that was. Vincula, I think it might have been, went flying off track. Let's see here. It was either Michael Vincula or Aaron Britton, Austin Britton. I don't recognize the paint in the car. No, wasn't him. Carrick Ball involved in this one, but I think he was just trying to avoid the incident. Oh, flying cars. The 243, that is Kevin Zhu. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Kevin Zhu. I don't even have him flagged here. That's how heavy his crash was. There we go. Kevin Zhu got a little help. I think that might have been from Tom O'Gorman there. And then everybody else just came barreling through. Nowhere to go. Michael Chase involved. Joseph Maher involved again. Michael Brock. Unfortunately, just not much room for 5 or 6 cars through there. But up front, Alessandrini's got himself out front 8/10 now over Stempfli. He's going to need another half or second or so to really break the draft. 4 or 5 cars get lined up in behind him. They will reel him back very quickly. Corey Mitchell having a nice race right now. We talked to him in between the 2 heats. He was the leader of the AM class for majority of race number 1. We heard it from him, had it wrapped up in a little bit of an incident there towards the end of the race. Lost that position, but right now in 9th place, got himself firmly in front of the rest of the AM drivers. Aaron Sunday, our 2nd place AM driver, in 13th place, well back of Corey Mitchell right now. So we got the leaders battling on the bottom. That's Hammond's pushing Soto on the inlay. Stempfli just ahead of them. Those 3 cars going to reel back in. Our leader, DJ Alessandrini, is Corey Mitchell still trying to fight off Ozzik Sulu here. We go a little further back. Kent Kruger, Chief Admin, got himself in a battle. He's got Kyle Mavis, the Wonder Bread machine. We saw these 2 cars tangle at the end of last race. Looks like Mavis already missing that front bumper. A little bit of carnage here this evening from him. Looks like Kruger not going to make the move on the inside, but Michael Tanagretta, 15th place, another one of the MAV Motorsports machines. He's trying to move around Aaron Sunday up ahead. Got a battle right there for 14th place. Roman Bykoff leading this pack. John Cooper just ahead of him. Those 2 drivers we saw get wrapped up in something towards the end of race number 1. Bykoff going to lead them through turn number 1. Kruger making a move on the outside of Kyle Mavis, unable to make that move stick, but Kent going to have a much better draft and top speed here. He's not missing any body parts as they head up Eau Rouge. I'm not sure if Mavis even knows he doesn't have a front bumper. He's staying tucked on the back of Tanagretta up ahead. So go on board here with Kent Kruger. See what kind of move he makes, if any. At the end of the Kemmel Straight, he's going to go side by side here with Mavis. He's trying. It looks like he hit a wall, though. I'm surprised that Mavis can still get that much speed out of the car with that front bumper missing. But up ahead, Sunday and Tanagretta going to go too wide. Tanagretta up on the curb. He's going to hold on to it. Almost got into Aaron Sunday to back out of it. Sunday going to take that position. That moves him up into 14th place. Up front, Joshua Soto got himself to the sharp end of the field. Stempfli back into second place. DJ Alessandrini going to fall to third. So hop on board here with Alessandrini. See those two cars up ahead of him. He's got Hammonds and Lemke, Wallace in tow in behind. Hammonds had to be careful there. Almost got into the back of Alessandrini. So we go on board here with Stan Hammonds right now. Another driver looking fairly cool as a cucumber, biting that lip though. Concentration level raised there for Hammonds as they head into turn 12 and 13. Trying to find a way around Alessandrini, but can't really battle too much. You don't want to risk losing the draft from Soto and Stempfli up ahead. Better exit for Alessandrini through that core there. He's able to open up a bit of a gap over Hammonds. Stempfli now getting some pressure from Alessandrini. Still looks like cool as a cucumber though, no pressure. I don't even know if this guy's got a pulse right now. Stempfli getting bump draft from Alessandrini as they're trying to close in on Joshua Soto. Into the bus stop they go. Alessandrini fans out wide. Hammond's going to go with him. So go on board here with Hammonds. 2x2 through the corner they go. Alessandrini trying to fight back 3 wide. They're going 3 wide into the source. Alessandrini going to tuck in behind Soto. Hammonds pushing Stempfli. Lemke right in behind though. Possibly the best seat in the house right now is Brian Lemke as those 4 cars battle up ahead of him. Plenty of space given here by each of these drivers. 2 wide into Eau Rouge. Is anybody going to back out? They tuck back in. Tony Wallace, though, and Spencer Bodway thought about it. Bodway going to tuck in behind Wallace. He and Greenhoe need to work together with Wallace here to close back in that top pack, and they are doing just that right now. You see them fanning out 3 wide up ahead. Lemke trying to make the move on the outside. Hammond's going to pull over with them, but Alessandrini and Stempfli there. Ooh, a little bit of rubbing from Lemke and Stempfli. They fan out. Everybody gets gathered back up. But 3 wide. Oh, man. Soto and Stempfli touch. They get it cleared up, though. Oh, man. That could have been race ending for Soto and Stempfli. Thankfully, they both carry on through that one. Alessandrini got himself up front. See if he's able to hold on to that position now. The 3-3-3 of DJ Alessandrini. Stempfli and Soto lost a little bit of top end speed there as they got a little argy-bargy through the top of Kemmel Straight into Lacombe. Let's go a little farther back here in the field. We got a battle here between Kent Kruger and Michael Tannegretta. Kruger going to move around Tannegretta. Tannegretta in the MAV Motorsport machine trying to get himself back around Kruger. Gapinski, Cooper, Exulu, and Corey Mitchell battling out. They're on the tail end of that lead. Oh, they've caught the lead pack now. So the lead pack goes all the way back to Oz Exulu in 12th place now. DJ Alessandrini leading the way. Still holding that one. Oh, he's at 1.1 seconds now over Stempfli. So almost has that pack out of draft here. Be interesting to see if Alessandrini could pick up another 10th or 2. He might actually break the draft of Stempfli and Soto in behind. Soto and Stempfli realize that they're going to work together to reel back in Alessandrini, nose to nose, tail to tail. Alessandrini pushing Stempfli the best he can. Into the bus stop they go. They're reeling him back in. They got it down to 8/10, 7/10 now. Alessandrini's probably punching the air now as he heads into the bus stop. Almost had that pack out of his draft, but they're right back in it now. In and across the line. That's going to round up lap number 5 here for our drivers. 9-lap race coming your way. Just past the halfway mark. In through turn 1 they go. Alessandrini leading the way. Trying to find a way around. Breaking that draft of that pack in behind. We have that pack in behind Kent Kruger on the inlay. He's still trying to find a way around Kyle Mavis. He's got David Stockrider, Joshua Smith, Carrick Ball all in tow. Aaron Sunday leading that pack, but up front, Alex Andrini, he's getting challenged by Joshua Soto. Soto trying to make the move around the inside. He's going to take that spot. Stepfley going to go there too as well. As they head in. Oh, Soto off through the grass. He's going to take the run off. Where's he going to come back on? Oh, thankfully he does not come back on right into immediate traffic. Let's take another look here at how that happened for Josh Soto. Oh, he had a little bit of help from Stepfley. A little bit of a rub there off. Managed to escape through the evacuation route. He's going to carry back on. Soto going to drop down to 7th place though. Kelly Greenholm missing his front bumper now. I'm sure when that happened last I saw Kelly, he had all of his body parts intact. He's got Corey Mitchell on his tail now. Mitchell well ahead of the rest of the AM pack now. Mitchell in 9th place. Aaron Sunday, our 2nd place AM driver, in 14th place. So comfortable driving for for Corey. Doesn't really need to get involved in any battles here because, again, as I mentioned, the points are doled out by, oh no, Kapinski into the wall. Not sure what happened to him there. Just like a low little lazy turn to the left there. I just got loose. But he's going to lose a ton of spots. There goes Sunday, Kruger, and that pack there. He's going to tow back to the pits. So, unfortunate for Kevin Kapinski, or Sean Kapinski, sorry. Alessandrini, though, up front. Stepfley fighting back. Stepfley loving that draft right now from Alessandrini. Lemke in tow. Lemke saw him move to the sharp end of the field at the end of last race. He worked well with Hammonds. Trying to make the move on the inside. Stepfley, though, not enough for a run to stick the nose up the inside. Stepfley going to hold on to that position through the final corner they go. Alessandrini leading the way. They've got a lap car up ahead, and that's the 26th place car of, who is that up there? Ryan Chase just up ahead. We'll see what kind of factor that plays as we get a little closer. Well, further back in the field, though, we get a battle between Uwe Hale and Joseph Marr as they head into the bus stop. Looks like Hale going to back out, not going to make that move. Chase Stepfley is going to elect to bump draft Alessandrini, see if they can work together. Oh, I thought he was going to work with them, but no, he's going to move Alessandrini out of the way, try and make the move here. Alessandrini getting a push, though, from Lemke. Alessandrini going to pop over, give a little draft to Stepfley, play off those two drivers off each other. That's exactly what you want to do if you're DJ Alessandrini. Work those two drivers in behind you, give a little draft to one car, then move over, give a little draft to the other car. That way neither one can really get the run on you and you stay up in top spot. So now we'll see if Stepfley can regroup, mount another charge. Oh, we got Ryan Chase, the lap car around up in the grass. So, oh no, that wasn't Chase. I'm not sure who that was now. Oh, it was Rick Mogstag. He's going to get out of the way, so thank you to him. It's excellent stuff there. Tony Wallace, currently sitting in 6th place where he started. One of the few drivers that's still running in the position where they started their race at. He's got Spencer Bodway to his outside. They're going to battle into turn 13. Spencer Bodway trying to find a way around Tony Wallace. Another driver got Bodway got promoted up into pro class this season too as well, via some strong showings in the past couple seasons in the AM side of things. Won the championship, I believe, 2 seasons ago. Faring well right now against some top-ranked drivers. Joshua Soto just ahead of him, a 4.4K driver. Tony Wallace 3.1, State Hammonds 3.2, Spencer Bodway only 1.4. Holding his own right now, getting a little bump draft from Joshua Soto, or to Joshua Soto. Corey Mitchell getting involved there too as well. Kelly Greenhill with no front bumper trying to push wide. Wallace and Soto going to go out wide through Blanchimont. To give them a couple off tracks. No safe driving bonus points for them though. Bodway trying to look up the outside of Wallace. Oh, they almost touched. Bodway backs out of it. Soto is going to go wide, though, through the final corner. It's going to allow Tom Wallace to look up the inside. Wallace going to try and move around. Oh, Soto pulling off. He's going to tow. I'm not sure what happened there. Joshua Soto going to pull off, but that's going to end his day. DJ Alessandrini, though, still up front. Stempfli unable to find a way around. He's got Lemke and Hammonds in tow. They're starting to break away from the rest of the pack. Tony Wallace now leading that secondary pack. Actually, it looks like he's trying to bridge those two packs. 1.6 seconds back of Hammonds and 1.3 seconds ahead of Cooper and Greeno. He needs those cars in behind him to kind of grid up here and work together so they can reel back in the leaders. But if not, it's going to be a 4-car battle up front as Stempfli moving to the inside of Alessandrini. Alessandrini, though, going to hold on to that position. Excellent defensive driving here by DJ Alessandrini. Can Stempfli find a way around? Can Lemke or Hammonds find a way around? Getting down to the final moments of this race. As we're at 18 and a half minutes gone in this one. We'll have this lap plus one more. Tony Wallace unable to bridge that gap, falling back a little bit from that back. He might be best served right now to slow down a little bit, let the throttle breathe a little, let Bodway, Greeno, Cooper catch up, see if that 4-car train can reel in the leaders once they get racy here. They've got another lap car coming up ahead of them. That's the 545 of Michael Vincula. He's going to pull to the side and let them through. Well done by Michael Vincula. Thank you, sir. Things calm down a little bit up front. Let's get a little farther back in the pack. We got a battle here between Aaron Sunday, David Stockrider, Joshua Smith in behind Aaron Sunday, Michael Tangretta too as well. This is the pack we saw Kent Kruger with. Kent Kruger has fallen out of this one though. I believe he got a little bit of damage at the front end. He's fallen back about 8 seconds back of this battle now. Up front, Stempfli working with Alessandrini to stay out front of this 4-car back. Into the final corner they go. See if this is the time where Stempfli tries to make the move. They're going to come around and pick up the white flag this time by. There it is, Barney waving the white flag as they go by. Last time around for these drivers. Lemke and Hammonds, we saw them work together in the last lap last time. Hammonds was up top though. Can they find some magic again this time? Will Alessandrini and Stempfli find a way to stay up top? We'll find out in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so. Up the Kemmel Straight they go. Stempfli boosting Alessandrini, giving him that push, trying to stay up ahead. Lemke and Hammonds working in behind. Can they get that run? 2 by 2. Lemke's going to get up to the front. Can Stempfli and Alessandrini late break into the corner? Alessandrini fighting onto the inside. He's going to hold Hammonds off. But if Hammonds can stay door to door with Alessandrini, oh, Hammonds going to get loose. Holds on to it. That's going to cost him a ton of pace through that corner. Alessandrini going to get up into second place. Stempfli trying to capitalize too as well. Stempfli looking to the inside of Hammonds. He's going to take that spot away. Hammonds going to fall back to fourth, but Brian Lemke up top. He's looking back, seeing that battle again behind. He'd love to see some more of that. The more they battle back there, the better it is for Brian Lemke. This is it. Can Alessandrini, Stempfli, or Hammonds mount a charge here? Into Puhan they go. Stempfli right in tow, trying to get as much draft off the back of Lemke as he can. Lemke can go defensive. Stays a little bit to the right to ensure that Stempfli didn't have room to make the move around the outside. Alessandrini, though, up into second place now. Can Alessandrini find a way around Lemke? In and out of turn 14 and 15 they go. Last great passing overtake opportunity here coming up as they're heading through turn 15 down the chute towards Blanchimont. This is where all is going to come to an end. Alessandrini using that draft. He's going to move around. Lemke. Hammond's going to try and go too as well. Go on board here with Hammonds. He's moving around. Chase Stempfley on the inside. Chase trying to fight back on the outside. They're going to go 4 nose to tail here into the bus stop. Alessandrini just a nose ahead. Stempfley trying to come in. Up top, 3 wide into the final corner. Stempfley up top. Alessandrini trying to fight around the outside. Lemke there too as well. Hammond's looking the inside. Alessandrini gets loose. Lemke straightens him out. It's a dash in the line. Hammond's up into second place. Chase Stempfley going to take heat number 2. Stan Hammonds and DJ Alessandrini round out your podium. What a finish there, folks. We got a battle a little farther back, though. Joshua Smith, he's battling with Aaron Sunday. That's for 13th and 14th. Oh, man. Michael Schmidt's going to spin at the line. Oh, no, that wasn't Michael Schmidt. That was his lookalike car at the line. Schmidt going to come ahead just of Kent Kruger. Tana Greta with a little bit of damage on the front of his car. He's going to come home in 11th place. Nice showing for him. Kyle Mavis bringing home that Wonder Bread machine car. So he's got his front bumper back in. I'm not sure if he popped in for a quick repair. He's got some damage on the front of that car. Again, Sean Gopinski, we saw him having to tow. He's also having a little bit of a connection issue there too as well. Brian's in, a rough race for him. He's going to come home, looks like in 22nd. Michael Brock, another rough race for him. He got wrapped up in that incident heading up Radian and Eau Rouge onto the Kemmel Straight on lap number 1. So rough race for a couple of those drivers. They will regroup, get themselves set for Suzuka next week. And I believe Zin will be our final car on the lead lap, and then we'll have a look at our final results once everything goes official here. So there it is, 36 cars started, and we're going to say about 26 cars finished. The used car parking lot, a little bit hectic here on this one. There we go. Chase Stempfley takes the win over Stan Hammonds and DJ Alessandrini. Brian Lenke comes home in 4th with Spencer Bodway in 5th. Kelly Greenho, Ozzik Sulu, Roman Bykoff, Tony Wallace, and Michael Schmidt round out your top 10 cars. Michael Tanagretta in 11th with Sean Gopinski in 12th. Michael Brock in 13th. Brian Zinn in 14th. John Cooper in 15th. Joseph Barr, Rick Mogstad, Josh Soto, Kevin Zhu, and Michael Chase going to round out your top 20 drivers. 21st goes to Lincoln Olson, Mark Miller in 22nd. Actually, these guys are all in our used car parking lot, 8 laps down. So actually, we only finished with 18 cars still running at the end. So heavy attrition here, as always a result at Spa. It's just one of those tracks just kind of breeds excitement. So we get some drivers in the booth here. We'll see if we can catch up with a number of them in a few moments. Again, we'll take this moment to remind you, sponsor codes in the chat or description for Apex Sim Racing. Get yourself some discount sim racing goods. Help us, help you, help us. So let's bring in our winner of heat number 2, the feature race, Chase Stempfley. Chase, a heck of a battle out there tonight. You started on pole for race number 1. Didn't quite go your way. You started in the second, the outside of pole for race number 2. Managed to bring home the win.
Yeah, that was a heck of a race. These little MX-5s put on a pretty good show, man.
Yeah, it looks like you didn't really have much chance to breathe out there. Now, it seemed like anytime we really went to the camera here to see what was going on in car with you, it looked like you had much of a pulse. Explain that to us.
Got to stay loose. That's why I wear the Spit Vipers, you know. You just got to have fun with it. Even when things are getting hot and heavy, you know. We just we got the music playing, we got the vibes right. So yeah, we're out there vibing and having a good time with all these guys.
Yeah, we saw a couple moments there in the feature race where you and Soto kind of went door to door, got a little squirrely. I think he went off at one point in time, but were you ever in danger, or did you ever feel like you were in danger, maybe throwing it all away here?
No, man. The more I race with all these guys, they know what they're doing. I got kind of called out. We were drafting down that straightaway, and he may have wanted to take a more shallow entry and got off the gas and on the brakes a little earlier than I anticipated. So I'm glad that he didn't, hit anything. He just took the cut through road and everything was cool. But yeah, it just caught me out. We were really hauling the mail down there in those 2, 3, 4 car tandems. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was nonstop action from start to finish. So congrats on winning heat number 2, or I guess the feature. Heat 1 didn't quite go your way, but any shout outs here, Chase, before we let you go?
Yeah, huge shout out to the Outcast Motorsports iRacing League. We hang on the oval side of things. It's a great group of guys, just like these guys over here at Apex. Camaraderie's right, but the racing's even better. So huge shout out to those guys for keeping me sharp on the oval. I got to thank Pinnacle Wraps for keeping us looking slick out there. Get a hold of Drew. If you want to drive distinction, get a hold of him, man. You're gonna stick out, when you're in the front and in winner's circle. Yeah, man. Serta Simmons for sponsoring our league. Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, they're both of our title sponsors over there, which is cool. And then, I got to thank my old lady for letting me fool around on here and hang out with my buddies and have a good time after work and everything. And then the Lord for keeping me safe and keeping all these guys and all my buddies safe so we can come here and have a good time.
Excellent stuff. Well, we appreciate you popping in, Chase. Hopefully we see you towards the rest of the season too as well. I think we missed you a couple weeks, but any plans of running Suzuka next week?
If work allows, that's kind of how I play the other league, man. If work allows me to get here, then I'll be here, having a good time and getting to know everybody over on this end. So, yeah, and you do a fantastic job too. Another shout out, Rob up there, man. I know you're kind of a one-man show, and Adam Glatfelter, Glatdad's been kind of showing me the ropes on the broadcasting side, and you guys juggle a lot, but just like you said, I seemed cool and calm. You guys do the same with all the stuff you guys have going on. So mad respect to you for putting on a good show, making us all look good out there.
Excellent stuff. Appreciate it, Chase. Best of luck heading forward.
Hey, thanks, Rob. We hope to see you next time.
Take care. That was Chase Stempfle, our feature winner for race number 2. Let's bring in our winner from race number 1, Stan Hammonds. Stan, well, you couldn't quite get it done in race number 2.
Yeah, I was really wanting to help Lemke out. I was trying to get us a little bit of Sky Lounge domination there, and at the end of Kimmel, like I jumped that curb a little bit in the chicane and got loose and just never really could quite get back to him. And I wanted to try to help him out of the final chicane if I could, but I saw it looked like DJ was starting to spin, and it looked like it was fixing to be a wreck, and the opportunity never presented itself. But it worked out fine. It was a lot of fun. I just man, Lipke was up, leading at some point on the last lap every race, I think, and just never could quite get to him to help him out. So hate that, but it was a reasonably good night all around for Sky Lounge. So happy about that.
Yeah, unfortunately for Lemke, I guess he was the ugly stepsister at the ball here this evening. He was the one stuck left not holding the glass slipper, but all in all, it was a heck of a race. Race 2 was just as exciting as race number 1. As you mentioned, we saw a number of times where it looked like it could have all unraveled very quickly, but everybody managed to keep going. As you mentioned, DJ got loose. I thought for sure something was going to kick off there, but it didn't. So well done by everybody. But give us a shout out here, Stan, who you want to thank before we let you go.
Well, first of all, I want to thank Brian Lemke for helping me out so much during the race. I have deep, lingering regret that I wasn't able to help him out back. So I owe him one. But man, the Sky Lounge group, Brian Lemke, we got Tyler, PR, we got you, we got all kinds of people at Sky Lounge. Cooper was in this race too, running a Sky Lounge car. Sky Lounge is fun, and really really enjoy racing with these guys, and in particular racing these cars. Shout out to Mazda for making a fun race car. And man, you know what? Actually, I remember we talked about this last time. Shout out to Coca-Cola for keeping me going here during the race. It's hard to reach down there and get a sip of it, but every once in a while you might be able to sneak one. So that's the only way I'm able to survive.
The superior soft drink, Coca-Cola.
Right. If
take
I ever
that, all
see
you Pepsi drinkers.
If I ever see a Pepsi livery on this racetrack, I guarantee you I'm getting a week off. There's no doubt about it.
Excellent stuff, Stan. I know your work schedule is all over the place. Are you with us next week for Suzuka, or is it going to be the week after?
Next week, no, it is going to be the week after, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I have anything keeping me from... Yep, week after, I will be here for sure.
Excellent stuff, buddy. We will see you then. Take care, and congrats on the P1 in race 2 and P2 in race 3. Or P1 in race 1 and P2
race
in
3?
race 2. Yeah. Well, hey,
Thank you.
It felt like we had 3 races go there tonight with the amount of action that was going. But
there was a lot going on. There might have been 100 races for all I know, but no, it was fun. I appreciate that. Great broadcast as always. I can't wait to go watch it, and I'm gonna make all my friends and family watch it too to get the numbers up. So thank you very much.
You're gonna show them your glory, Stan. You're gonna show them the
well,
glory.
yeah. It's not about me at all, Rob. It's all you.
Take care, buddy.
You too, man. See ya.
That was Stan Hammonds, our race 1 winner, and so we got one more driver, Austin Britton, new driver to the league. Austin, I see notes in chat here. Looks like you got brake check at the start. Race didn't go the way you were hoping, but all in all, how are you liking the race in the league so far?
I'm so sorry. My speakers actually suck, so it's really hard to hear. So I gotta figure out how to turn on your mic or turn up your mic real quick.
Just tell us quickly, Austin, how you enjoying the league so far?
Honestly, I love the league, right? It's really fun. Honestly, I was really nervous in the beginning, but honestly, had a blast racing everyone. In the beginning, though, for the actual race, before we went green, I got brake checked, right? So I kind of rear-ended whoever was starting in front of me. I think it was number 331 or something. I don't know. But that happened. And then when we were going into Air Rouge, like you showed, there was a slow car I was trying to pass, but wouldn't let me get by. So I kind of had to just kind of cut the corner to make it stick. But then they got loose, spun, and kind of took me out.
Well, it's one of those tracks where those things just happen, but fortunately you just get to hit reset and restart again. Are you going to join us next week at Suzuka?
Well, depends on how my schedule is and what my mom's saying, but honestly, I hope so. And if I do, then let's have a good race. But
you can tell her we gave you permission to race next week, see if that works for you. But thanks for popping in here, Austin. Anybody you want to give a shout out to here before we let you go?
Honestly, shout out to my mom letting me stay up this late on a school night, right? I'm 14, just turned yesterday. So still in 8th grade, but between school and racing go-karts in a league, I'm glad I'm able to sneak in some extra time, but so shout out to my mom. Shout out to @MK Racing, right? Some of my friends as well who support me. And yeah, honestly, shout out to some of the affiliates. Links are in my channel bio. But yeah, shout out to you as well. You did an amazing job commenting and all that. So yeah.
Thanks, Austin. We appreciate it. Hopefully we see you next week. If not, best of luck when we see you again.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
Take care. So that's going to do it here from Spa. As I mentioned, next week we are heading to Suzuka, one of the more fan favorite tracks as well. Should be a ton of fun. For Racers Nexus, I'm Rob Campbell. We'll catch you back next week, same time, same place. And hopefully we see a ton of fun action again there. Bye for now.